90 horsepower in race trim, ahead of the similarly powered Renault, the Brabham, a straight 4, the Renault, a V6, both turbocharged, gaining on two of the comparatively few now Ford DFV V8 unturbocharged, non-turbocharged cars in the race. There they are, the two white cars. The one immediately in front of them, Sura. The one in front of him is teammate Thierry Boutsen, who has proved since he started his Grand Prix career in Belgium that he's a very, very fine driver in his first season of Grand Prix racing. Piquet, Prost, Arnoux, Patrese, Cheever, Watson. You see the gaps for yourselves. John Watson in 6th position, that says, ahead of Derek Warwick. We're looking for checking whether anything has happened to Derek Warwick after I had just said how happy he would be to finish in the points. And there's Cheever going through. Cheever goes through and up into 4th position. Now, I think from the way Patrese was past there, he's got a problem. That's the answer to the Warwick problem. There he is in the pits. He slipped from 6th position down through the field. It looks as though his car's running all right, although a very slow pit stop from the look of things. It looks pretty leisurely to me. The thing that interests me is that Piquet's engine had to be changed after the warm-up. I noticed that he is consistently grounding something at the back of the car, which I imagine to be something around, or must be something around the gearbox area. And I'm wondering whether the engine was not as good as they had hoped it would be in changing it. Into the pit now comes Eddie Cheever in 4th position. And this is the first of the two Renault stops. Monsieur Tetou, there he is with his bald head and his earphones. Holds up on the other side of that board with 15 on it is 16, which is Eddie Cheever's number, so that he knows exactly where to stop. And out he goes, 12.6 seconds. Well, not a bad stop, but in these days of perfect pit stops, not all that brilliant a one. Nothing to be ashamed of, though. And Alain Prost now right up with Nelson Piquet, lap 39. I too am wondering why Piquet doesn't go in or isn't called in, because both he and Prost seem to be determined to hang on until the last possible moment.
Yes, likewise. Quite right, Murray. I was criticising the team managers for not calling their men in, but the driver's perfectly at liberty to turn right and come into the pits of his own accord, and probably should do. He should, of course, always warn his pit, and as Ferrari in the pits, René Arnoux making his stop, and a very, very good one in 10 seconds. So Ferrari, as you say, Murray, the blue perfect stop. 10 seconds for René Arnoux, and he's very much in this race.
Well, you don't need me to say anything about Prost. Is he going through now? No, once again, Nelson Piquet shuts the door in his face at the chicane, and surely they're coming in this lap.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if they stay out there much longer, that when they've done their stops, they'll find that René Arnoux is in the lead, because he was only 4 or 5 seconds behind these two when he came into the pit. He's made a very fast stop, and if they keep going, soldiering around there as slowly as they're going at the moment, Arnoux is going to catch some on the road, and they'll be very pushed to get in and stop and out again, and still be in front of René.
Now, is this the point where Alain Prost, as they go into lap 41, takes the lead from Nelson Piquet in the 72-lap race? Is he going to push through on braking it? No. Across his bows, holding the racing line, goes the very determined Nelson Piquet, who is really hanging on by his eyelashes now, no doubt about it. But Prost must be pretty relaxed.
I just don't understand Piquet's thinking. Why doesn't he come into the pits? He's got his own brain. He should, of course, signal the team to warn them one lap before, but he could signal them now and come in the next lap. What is the matter with him?
What is the matter with Eddie Cheever? He's already been in and made his pit stop, and here he is again, and he's been signalled to go out again. So obviously, the Renault people are expecting Alain Prost to come in, if not this lap, then the next one. So will that give Nelson Piquet the opportunity to build up enough of a lead? I very much doubt it.
The most extraordinary thing, I think Cheever came into the pits for a social visit, because he didn't stop and discuss anything.
Riccardo Patrese making the first Brabham stop. in 4th position, because Eddie Cheever, don't forget, has been into the pits. So now, as we look at the continuing battle for the lead, with neither Piquet nor Prost showing the slightest inclination, and Cheever is out of the race on lap 42. No, lap 41 as far as Cheever is concerned, and Prost and Piquet come together, and off goes Piquet out of the race, and he will be, of course, mad with rage. And whether or not he's justified or not, I don't know, because until we see the replay, James, we won't be able to see who, if either, was at fault. Nelson Piquet moves over, Prost gets a full car length almost in front of him, the back slides, the front slides, and he couldn't possibly avoid thinking that Prost is out of the Dutch Grand Prix. What an incredible development. Now on lap 43, Prost is out, having made contact with Nelson Piquet. Some people might say that that's rough justice, but for whatever reason, both of them out of the race.
Well, yes, and there's Prost with broken suspension going in and crashing his car, but rough justice or not, it's just about winning the World Championship, because Alan Prost's mistake, and this is how you win World Championships, because Prost is having just so much luck this year, it's unbelievable. Because of all the people, he took out his one rival, right, but with his own mistake, Prost caused the accident, he deserved to lose the race, and yet he hasn't lost the race at all in real terms. And here comes Patrick Tambay into the pits for his scheduled stop. We've seen Ferrari do it very quickly already. But really, Prost is having so much luck because, as I say, he's taken out the one man who mattered, and it's terribly bad luck on Nelson Piquet. My sympathies really got him. And a fantastically fast stop again for Tambay as he gets away, still working quietly up to the field. He'd worked his way up to 5th place before the stop, but that was while Piquet and Prost were still in. So he's effectively up into 3rd on the road, and this now leaves René Arnoux with nothing much to do except go out and drive home.
Here's Watson coming into the pit. Let's have a look at how the McLaren mechanics deal with the man who is in 2nd place. Stop! There's the new gas jack in front. Up goes the front, the back has already done so, the second's ticking away. I told you they'd done it in 8 seconds, and what a super stop. No, John seems to be a bit slow getting away, but even so, it was only some 10 seconds. There's Patrese, now look for Tambay, there he is. That's how close the battle for 2nd position is between number 6. Riccardo Patrese, the Italian in the Brabham BMW, and number 27, the Frenchman, there he is, Patrick Tambay. There's only 3.315 seconds, according to that caption, between Patrese 2nd and Tambay in 3rd position. So Watson 4th, and then the 2nd British driver in the top 6, Derek Warwick, in a fine 6th position and still on target to finish the Dutch Grand Prix and earn the first ever Tolman World Championship points, and for himself, of course. Mauro Baldi is now into 6th position. Alboreto is 7th. Winkelhoff is down to 9th, having been passed by Boutsen and dropping back, because here he is coming into the pits to retire, I suspect, again, having failed already to finish in 7 of this year's Grand Prix. Well, there's 3 Grand Prix left after this one. Italy, and then the European Grand Prix at Brands Hatch, and then the final one of the year in South Africa, which I still have a feeling could be settling the World Championship. But next week, all these drivers are going to be testing tyres. They lead an incredibly active life. Between Grand Prix, they test tyres. And next Wednesday and Thursday, they're all going to be at Brands Hatch, having made the journey from here at Zandvoort to do a bit of tyre testing before going on to the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. So British enthusiasts are very lucky this year. They're going to have been able to see Grand Prix cars 4 times. Tyre testing at Silverstone, the Grand Prix at Silverstone, tyre testing at Brands Hatch next week, and then the European Grand Prix at Brands Hatch, which is a new fixture to replace the New York Grand Prix, which was due to have been held on September the 25th. Arnoux, about to lap the 7th place man, Michele Alboreto. This is lap 55. Arnoux, of course, has been in for tyres some time ago. He made a very good pit stop in just 10.2 seconds. but if he's got time to reflect on anything in his current position, I doubt that he has, because he's a pretty busy man. He must feel very, very happy with himself, having left the Renault team on an emotional wave, an anti-Arnoux emotional wave last season, thrown in his lot with Ferrari, and he passes Alboreto, and now has in front of him his next target, which is Mauro Baldi, who is in 6th position to lap him, and he just drove out of the picture, as it were, so Mauro Baldi isn't very far away. And I think by the time the race finishes, Arnoux will have lapped everybody up to John Watson, maybe even up to his teammate Patrick Tambay, who is currently running in 3rd position. And I was saying that René Arnoux, if he's got time to reflect on things, must feel very happy with himself.